Good evening, Randomizer fans, and welcome to the weekly race of the Final Fantasy I Randomizer community. Today, it's all about free airships. Free everything, free modes of travel. If it's a thing that gets you from a place to another place, we're going to hand it to you for free. My name is Lorphin Borphin, and join with me in the booth today is Magius. How's it going, Magius?
I'm trying to hear y'all. Discord wanted Discord on my end, so I'll be quiet for a little bit.
So we've got parties today that are kind of all over the place. Because this is free travel, free everything, it's pretty interesting. We've got no encounters, so all fighting is going to be done on grind tiles. And I see different solutions to kind of the problem presented by that. We've got some people going the black belt route, we've got some people going the fighter route, we've got one brave soul in Grandilicious going the thief route. So I feel like the philosophy here is if you want to gamble on quick, you take the fighter. If you want to be sure you get through Topher the first time, you take the black belt. The thief is the wild card, I think. I think that's really going to depend on whether or not we get a decent katana in easy striking distance. It'll be interesting, I think. So we're going to lift the gate, and we're going to be off to the races. Let's head into Canaria first, see what we got going on. What do we got in White Magic? We got White Locked Cure 4, Red Available Life 2. I feel like the Life 2 is the much stronger of those. And over in Black Magic, we got Fire 2, Lightning 2, and Quad X. Sweepers, I guess, but Quad X is the stuff. And Grendy already out looking for key items. Quick check to Sarda. Discovers that Sarda's not free. So one of the design philosophies is I wanted to put some gates in between you and go mode immediately as fast as possible. So we've got no early Sarda, no early Sages, and no early Ordeals. You got to find the crown, you got to find the rod, and you got to kill the vampire. Cheap heals out of the first town. But Grandy doesn't want to do any shopping at all until we get some stuff to vendor. We get a Rune Sword 3, that'll be nice in the wood chipper. We get a cabin, about $1, 31 bucks. And silver -1 armor, which is that'll be good in the wood chipper. Everyone else, though, well, I shouldn't say everyone. Asher and Jonathan Yoshi are headed for the traditional start. Gonna blow us up a Garland. Except Garland is fighting back. We're gonna try that again. What did Garland have that was so lethal? I bet I'll see it on Asher's side. Or maybe not, because we're going to Quad X. Let's see if Jonathan Yoshi runs into it again. Nope, because it's Quad X out of the gate. So what do we got out of King and Princess? We got Ruby, and we got a key. Sure.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay, Discord basically taking a second to show that, yes, I'm live with my microphone, so just like... You know what I mean?
Sorry, man. We're just about to see what's in the Canaria Treasury because we got a very nice key out of the gate. We got some flame armor, $3, a cabin. The crown, so that opens up Astos as well as Ordeals. Another 31 bucks. Gold is real stingy so far in this early game. And chat pointing out that Garland had Squint. Thank you.
Either way, not a good option for our party members.
No, we've got... between Fire 2 and Lightning 2, we can make a go at Ordeals. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that.
Also, we have gold -2 for about nearly 7k. Not bad at all.
It'll do. With gold at being on the minus end of the scale, I'll be interested to see where silver rolled. If that's +4 or +5, and if it's cheaper, well, if it's +4 and cheaper, I'd go for it. If it's +5 at all, I'd go for it.
Oh, too true. And Astos giving the crystal. How many key items does that make it up to now?
So we've discovered King and Princess. That's 2. Into Canaria Treasury, that's 3. Into Astos, that's 4.
With Matoya having crystal, turning into Matoya, depending on that one, that's what, about 100 times the XP right then and there?
Potentially, yes. So let's talk about flags, incentives, and us. In this seed, all possible locations are incentivized with enough gear and garbage incentivized that there is only going to be one dud location out of everything. For every key item that's found and for every orb that's lit, we're going to get plus 20% experience to an already very generous 3x plus 300. Speed is going to be the name of this game. And it's going to be efficiency in routing, what you think you could get away with not doing, whether something's there or not. I'm picturing our runners being in, out, and done probably in under 90 minutes. Matoya with a Power Glove -4. The stats don't, we don't really care about the stats. But Power Glove's pretty really nice.
Oh, it is and it is. So at least plus 80%. Where would you start checking for trap tiles? And I'm surprised I haven't seen any runner run to the volcano yet.
Volcano is not a bad spot if we're also looking for stuff to vendor. Honestly, before I'm looking at tiles, I'm looking at sorting out level 1 through 4 magic, and I'm looking at hitting up all the free boxes that I can find.
True.
So that
By the
I
way,
can get
I saw
vendor
Fade
stuff.
at level 4. Bottom slot, level 4. Also, classic gamer in chat saying they think they saw a Katana 5.
Fade bottom slot level 2, which makes it red levelable already.
Yep.
And supposedly a Katana +5, definitely something to keep an eye out for. If a Katana 5 is in play, Grendy's party goes from silly looking to possibly the best thing here.
Ooh, and Rube's finding a decent, well, 2 decent, I guess, early trap tiles and a lot of imps and an ogre and creeps. Not what you're looking for, but if you want to pick up that cheeky level 2, level 3 quick, level 4 apparently for that Katana.
Katana +4 is still going to be pretty really good. If we're talking about early levels, based on the spells that we got access to, we have Fire 2, Lightning 2, and Quad X at 1, and we've got Fade at level 2. So Astos is a good easy target. Pirates are a good easy target. And basically, really any trap tile that functions, I would prefer to take until level 5 just so I can get level 3 magic online. But as soon as I hit level 5, I'm going to start being picky about where I go.
Oh, very true, very true. Although I personally, up to you, Fizzlebeat, but I still say, and wait, have we seen Warp at all?
Not to my knowledge.
If I haven't seen it in the first 5 levels, I'm assuming someone checked Melmond, then, also bottle pickup for Grendy's side.
And Herb available in the Provoca item shop. Herb will be a nice easy turn-in. Bottle will at least unlock C if we're really desperate for items. That's a mermaid dive, but I don't know if we're going to see anyone be that brave enough to go for a mermaid dive in a flag set that's this potentially fast.
I mean, we do know Moment's key item. Also, I believe the Fetch Quest randomization are on, or I looked at
yes, Fetch randomization is on. Yeah, Fetch randomization is on. So the main things to worry about for item randomization in this particular flag set, it's not so much about like main and fetch because those are randomized. It's not so much about what's randomized because it's basically everything outside Maz of Vorpal. The real sticky thing to watch out for in this flag set regarding key items is the lack of early Sarda, early Sage, and early Ordeals. We've already witnessed one of our runners trip up on that. I would not be surprised for another runner to trip up on it because they're things that everyone just takes for granted. So I had fun turning them off. Turning them off with purpose, that's the key.
I mean, I agree with you on that one. However, since we have seen the crown, that does give them access to ordeals.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Procate 4 on Asher's side.
Sure, that's some caster armor. No, that was a Katana 5. I just spotted over on Grendy's side.
You are right. You are right. So, yeah, that is huge for Grendy. They only need... Wait, we missed something huge in level 3.
Nuke.
Yep. I was going to 2-put that one.
Yep. Yeah, we have Nuke at level 3, not a whole lot out of White Magic. White Magic at level 2, that's Fade and Invis 2 if we really need it. We also have Fast at level 2. We have a lot of pieces to puzzles, but we have not seen Temper, we've not seen Warp. What I am seeing over on Asher's side is my number 2 grind tile, Naga Waters. They go down really well to Ice 3, but everything goes down to Nuke, so whatever, we're here.
Yeah, even on a low roll Nuke, it's getting him done very quick, and I believe... Wait, is that level 15?
That was level 15. Yeah, there's a reason I like that tile.
It's a good tile, especially with all the EXP that they're getting.
So we've the King of Elfland with the defense -3. The stats on defense is not what's important. What's important is that the defense sword will be able to cast Ruse, so 3 casts of Ruse will get anything to evasion cap, which will be nice for any punch-happy fiends in Topher.
Oh, very, very true. Very, very true.
And Jonathan Yoshi going to go check out Ice Cave as Rubes doing the key lock checks, Grendy taking on Astos, and Asher in search of something. We're doing a Melman check. Is this for slab? Or is this convenient in? Or is this a magic check? It's a magic check. What do we got out of level 5? We got Life, not red learnable. And we got...
Which is going to be not your best option, but, use...
Brack, Fire 3, and Warp, with Fire 3 being in the Warp slot, so we can get Brack and Warp now. Honestly, I mean, Fire 3 would be nice just to have a second AoE if we're running a little AoE light, which between... For the parties with a lower number of casters, I might be looking at that Fire 3, but if we've got 3 mages, we're set.
But that Warp is actually very good for dungeon exploration, especially the dungeons that you kind of don't want to go back through those trap tiles, like on Japanoshi's side, Ice Cave.
We've got an Opal -4 bracelet out of the incentive in Titans. That's basically a bog standard gold bracelet. So coming up on just after the 11-minute mark, we've got 4 very different stories already. We've got the story of Grendy and his amazing Katana 5. We've got Jonathan Yoshi doing a bold ice cave dive, looking to open boxes for things, probably also looking for grind tiles. Time will tell which he finds. We've got Asher, who knows of an amazing tile, but is going to look elsewhere for the time being, just because of how much of pain in the butt it is to get back down there. And we've got Rubes going heavy on the town checks, but about to cash in that bottle, hoping to strike it big. Pro Ring 3s for sale in Gaia for 15k, that's fine. Once our runners settle into a leveling grind, cash is no longer going to be an obstacle for them, because they'll just have everything they've ever needed. Also, shoutouts to Asher for saying hi to the Bat Party Room. Eee.
I mean, surprisingly, it does have trap tiles.
Yep. It's just real annoying. It's the same tiles that are in the single chest room just south of it, and it's just easier down there. It really is.
Very true. Also, Jonathan Yoshi finding bucks, and we found Oxyale.
We got the Oxyale out of a box. That makes it Boxyale. I'll be here all night.
Yeah, I was going to make the joke about basically stealing the vampire's wine, because honestly, we don't need Dracula to throw another wine glass at us.
I mean, what is a man? I've heard it's just a miserable little pile of secrets. Speaking of secrets, we've got 2 not very good grind tiles out of the Hall of Giants. We've got Scums on one tile, we got Manticores on the other.
Oh, definitely agree. Those are not some good grind tiles. The Naga Waters are the best, as you said, best we've seen so far on that one. So I won't say slim pickings on the grind tiles yet, but it is going to be fun to see what they eventually decide.
So we've got to check at the northwest tiles for some imps.
Imps and ogres and creeps were the other one.
Got it.
They were checked earlier, but yeah, still. I do like Jonathan Yossi's play of going with a black. Okay.
Well, Jonathan Yoshi learns the hard way why you save no matter what you're going to do whenever you enter a dungeon. I missed what the creeps had that bowled everyone over, but whatever it was super lethal.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
My guess is crack, because I think that's the only AoE instant death that we have coming at us out of just random world trash.
Pro-ring 3s on Asher's side. We completely missed that one, but that's going to be useful. That's in Gaia.
Mm-hmm. Based on Rubes' party layout, what I'm seeing is an attempt to ditch both of the mages so that we can get a black belt solo grind on these manticores. The math must have been done to determine that these things are easy enough to kill at the rate of experience that we're getting, that black belt's already 18. This might be our first long-term grind. And a tiny fairy at the lake gets us our slab. Still no sighting of the loot. We're gonna need one of those.
I mean, checking on Rube's side, they're at least going down to a fade in and of itself for 300 change HP. That's due to a lit 2 beforehand. So we'll see which turn order goes on that one, and lit 2 coming out on that one.
Slab turn in done. Jonathan Yoshi stocking up on materials. Rube's having a heck of a time getting his party to go down to these manticores. This might actually be the strongest grind tile in terms of proximity to the entrance of the dungeon, in terms of how safe it is. If we just want to get a level 50 black belt and call it a day, this might be the place to do it. Although that was a large... Those are 2 heavy hits to the black belt. This, on second thought, we might be biting off more than we can chew here.
I mean, it looks like they're going down on this, pretty quickly. 22 on both characters. Also, that white. I'm thinking this was for basic spell levels.
Oh, this is an ambitious walkout we got going on here. We got a mage with like 8 hit points and a black belt, and walking to the disrespecting overworld. Well, actually, it's perfectly safe because there's no encounters.
Yeah.
You ever have a long day? I've had a long day.
Yeah, I think we all have on that one. But Asher side, checking out the waterfall. It's a trap tile plus the robot. Jennifer Yoshi learned to speak Lefenis in under a second. So I'll ask, if you were playing the seed, where would you be going?
To Marsh Bottom, to that Naga water tile. As soon as I found that, well, okay, I might have looked. I would have taken inventory of the number of key items I had at that point, because I'm assuming I have key, which probably means I did Garland. So there's 2 that I have right there, and there's probably maybe 1 or 2 others that I might have gotten out of free-ish locations so far. Shoutouts to the robot with the loot. If I have a minimum of like 5 key items, I'm on the Naga water tile and I'm not leaving till like level 30.
Also, we found a 4 Agama to Isle grind.
not bad.
I mean, it
Not
is a
bad.
classic tile. It is a classic tile.
When you hear people talk about classic grinds in FFR, you always hear about the Agama tile, but when we're talking about in the grand scheme of things, and we're talking about with the B-side encounters shuffled rather than the A-side encounters shuffled, Agamas are not that notable. They kind of fall in the middle of the pack of everything. It's just, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not top 10. It's fine. It's like, if it's your thing and you've got charges to burn, whatever, go for it.
I personally consider Agamas at the low end where you'd want to actually make a grind at, but they are still good on that one.
So Asher's definitely burning spell charges here. I suspect once he runs out of fades and nukes, we're going to see a warp out. Meanwhile, Jonathan Yoshi and Rubes are checking out the volcano. I suspect they're still on the hunt for the perfect grind tile. And we're checking out volcano just so we can get an orblet while we're at it.
Also, Jonathan Yoshi's side, his black belt being down, but that,
But I wouldn't count him out.
Work.
Yeah, we had level 1 available life 2 for a red mage, so doesn't really have much to worry about. As long as the mage makes it through the battle, we can just bring the black belt up to full health.
Yep, and also having a Sabertooth Catman fight for the trap tiles, which they are going down to nuke, so that is some quick, cheap EXP.
Mm-hmm. In terms of lasting plan, though, Sabertooth Catman is kind of big risk, low reward. It's everything you don't want out of a grind tile.
Oh, too true. Not saying it's a good option, but it's at least something that you can do while going through. And hey, we have Earths. That should go down to at least a nuke, so it's some free EXP.
So Asher, having found the robot loot, let's take inventory of Asher's items. We've got the slab. We've got it translated, I believe, but we haven't talked to LaFane yet. Asher is on the hunt for the chime and the rod. The chime and the rod puts Asher in go mode.
Also, having the Oxyel checking here isn't a bad play. You do have TFC, the chest here, and you also have the mermaids.
Mm-hmm. We're doing the mermaid check for the incentive because we need to pin down those last 2 items to get into go mode. And since we had Oxyel, we're routing Waterfall and the Sea Shrine in one shot makes the most sense because it's 1 trip to the Onrak continent instead of 2, or God forbid 3.
Oh, very, very true. Very true. Also, Zeus Gauntlet pickup for Jonathan Yoshi.
Hey, Zeus Gauntlet, usually nice, but in a seed like this with the way Magic rolled is, that's probably going in the wood chipper for doing anything with it. Armor spots are at a premium, and the Zeus Gauntlet generally doesn't cut the mustard.
Oh, very true, very true. I mean, I could see theoretically being held onto if and only if you find a great, mob that can go down to the cast there. And TNT on Asher's side.
That tile is basically either the Gur Medusa tile or the 3-eye tile. Is basically the list of things we'd spend the effort on. Oh, Earth Punch.
Also, we found a tail. We found a tail on Grendy's side.
Hey, that's good news to half of our runners on screen. I have a feeling that they're going to be interested in the tail. The teams running the black belts, not so much.
I mean, Grendy's looking forward to it because they have that Katana 5 and a Thief.
Yep, Grendy wanted that tail yesterday. I gotta say, Grendy's looking not bad here. In terms of gear, Grendy's looking really good. Just gotta go back and get the levels, which, boy, I hope that this running away from the Naga water tile pays off for them. I hope we find another top 10 tile somewhere that's just easier to get to, but so far I haven't seen it.
Oh, on Jonathan Yoshi's side, he found some airs.
Airs, notable for being harder than water and also worth less.
Oh,
Shoutouts to Asher for breaking everything.
I mean, this is the game that legitimately. Oh god, no wait, I'm thinking 4 that has the 64 stairs glitch. Though I think this one has something similar to it at the very least.
Well, technically it does in that. So in the original Castle of Ordeals, because every pillar is treated as steps, every time you take them, it's technically considered a new floor, and you can advance through enough floors to soft lock the game.
Oh, I'm aware of that. You know, I've had that happen. But I think actually, there is actually a speed run that I've seen where it essentially involves like Corneria Castle, something that code execution. But either way, we have a Kraken fight. You care to take it away, Beef?
We're going to start with some Invis 2. We're going to get some evasion online because we're not sure what this Kraken's going to do. Outgoing 3 hits for 123 isn't great. The double brack, double misses. Incoming slow, misses the fighter. We don't really care what it does to the rest of the party. It's that fighter that we're afraid of it hitting. We're going to try some more brack. We're going to try some fade. We're going to try a little bit more offense. Swing goes out first. 3 hits 13. Fade goes out for 200. Incoming punch for 504 damage. We might want a little bit more of that evasion. Brack time? Not brack time. We're going to try fight. How about some brack? How about some cure 4? And some temper. We still really want that fighter to swing his weapon, which is awkward because he just got held in place. Temper goes off. Cure 4 goes off. Brack? Not Borkin. How about some... So the red mage is out of brack. The red mage is going to try straight DPS. We're going to have a nuke, a fade, some temper, and a swing. Fade goes out first for 129. Slept 2. Slept. Temper goes off. Swing. 4 hits for 305. That's a better direction, but we don't know how high we're climbing this ladder. We're going to try some nuke and fade strats. Nuke for 143. Down goes Kraken 1. Not that much more health than normal. And Asher is our first runner to light an orb at the 25-minute mark. Although I could have sworn I just saw a carry fight somewhere else. Possibly on Rube's side.
I'll also say welcome to those joining us for Speed Gaming 3. Welcome to the weekly for Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer. And we're doing the free enterprise flags for the upcoming league. Since you helped with creating the flags, I'll let you explain them.
Yeah, they're great. You can travel everywhere and there's no monsters. Have fun. Got to find everything though. So I'm being corrected.
The ribbon as well.
So I'm being corrected by Trekker that apparently Carrie hit very, very hard and had thunder. So that first orb attempt was more of an attempt and not as much of a success. Grandylicious, I spy in Ordeals finding a ribbon. Only one ribbon incentivized because we can only incentivize one ribbon. So any extras are great.
And
hooray!
That incentivized ribbon is at the TNT turn-in.
So 1 in TNT, 1 in Ordeals. Rod in Ordeals, which makes it required. So what have we got going on? We've got Rubes back at the Naga water tile. Going to do a very necessary grind. We've got Jonathan Yoshi in Earth Cave about to open his Boxy Ale. We've got Grendy sitting on a tile? I missed what the tile was, but I'll see it if we go back to it. We're healing up, which seems to suggest that we like whatever we found. It's Saber Team Medusas, not my first pick, but the Medusas go down enough. They go down easy enough. This is probably burning spells before we exit Ordeals, if I had to guess what this play is.
I mean, does have that ninja, so does not need to grind to 50.
Right.
Because having a Katana 5, they're going to get a lot of crits.
I'd call it good with a ninja, probably around 24-ish.
And at present, they're what, at 18? So, few of these. Let's see, how much is that? Putting it at 19. Depends on the spell charges with that.
Yeah, I don't think we have the spell charges to take this tile all the way to where we want to end up, but it's an okay band-aid for now. I would rather, dumping spell charges here and then one take of the Naga water tile later than having to dive marsh twice to hit that Naga water tile twice.
I mean, I just saw a jump to 21, so it might do it.
Maybe. I remain unconvinced that we're going to take this all the way, because spell charges is the limiting factor here.
Well, there's
see if I can-
22.
So we're on our final fade with 2 nukes left. And due to Saber T health, it looks like it's taking 1 fade and 1 nuke every encounter. We'll see if we dump that last nuke charge and hope for the best. We are.
I mean, I did see the ninja take down a Saber T with just the swing of the katana, so as long as Nuke gets rid of most of the party, they'll at least get the experience with this one.
Nuke goes out. First Saber T down, second Saber T down. Okay. I expect to see Grendy leaving.
Yeah, hitting 24. If they're going by your math, I think they're good for a grind.
Oh, that's where Tail was. Tail was at Sarda, which you have to kill the vampire to get. Alright.
As you're sitting on 1 orb with some of the items, Dr. Darcy just getting their tail. Grundy basically flying around, not sure where they're going to go, and Rubes in the waterfall. Where do you go next?
So let me break this down one by one. If I'm Asher, I'm focused on Fiend dungeons that have incentive items in them that I can reach, because Asher at this point needs to find Rod and needs to find Chime. If I'm any of the other runners, it's any incentive dungeon that I can get. Because still need Rod, still need Chime, and I guess it's just Jonathan Yossi, still need Cube. He's going to get the Cube because Cube was in Marsh Bottom, but it's the other things that we'll need as well.
So apparently we found an Excal -1 in the Volcano Armory. If I'm following chat correctly?
Excal -1 functions, I guess. It's bad news for anyone that was really hoping for some night magic.
Better than nothing on that one. Jonathan Yossi in Marsh, so we'll pick up some stuff. Whereas Randy is just about to pick up their loot, and Rubes is going for ordeals.
We'll be happy with the ordeals play because we're going to get a loot out of that.
And apparently the canoe wasn't free because I just saw Jonathan Yossi pick it up.
Interesting. I wonder if that's a bug, because free canoe is definitely... No, free canoe is not on. Sorry, that is a required canoe. Well, not required. Well, actually, yeah. Sorry, it is required because loot was in Waterfall.
Something new every day. But we've got Grendy actually taking the Agama fight. 5 hits,
Sure.
Damage.
Yeah, we can burn lightning twos, I guess. Agamas have glare, we learned the hard way. Between the white wizard and the black wizard, though, just nuke and fade. They'll explode. We're fine.
Yep. Pop goes the Agama.
So Asher's main damage dealer is up around 27. I expect he's done with anything that he's doing. Let me see if I can get some other looks at progression. Rubes just passed 36 on the main damage dealer. See if I can get a look at Jonathan Yoshi and Grendy. Jonathan Yoshi storming straight into Waterfall without even saving. It's a bold strategy.
Also, Grendy, I saw hit 25 on the whole party.
Okay. So, in terms of endgame power, Rubes with a commanding lead, but Rubes needs to find the missing items. We need to find the missing chime, and that's actually the only thing Rubes is missing at this point is the chime. Oh, and he's missing Boxy Hill. But with the rod in hand, it's highly likely that he's going to be taking a trip to Earth Cave.
Yep, and sadly down for the OC wipes on that one. Wait, TNT was here on Grandy's side, so we'll be picking that up.
Mm-hmm. And TNT turns into a ribbon, I believe.
You are correct, good sir. We'll probably see Grandy also go down, swing a katana at Kraken, and see how that turns out. On Rube's side, they're definitely going to be picking up their Oxiel because they're at Earth right now.
So the big question of the run, where is the gosh dang chime? We're gonna need it. We gotta light that air orb. Nobody's got it. We know it's in an incentive location, but we don't know which one specifically. We know it's not in Earth. We know it's not in Sea. We know it's not in Volcano, so it's not in any of the likely locations. We've also been to Ordeals, Ice, and Waterfall, so it's not in those.
With what's left, I believe it could be loose right now. If my math is correct.
Doubtful. We have one. We have one bunk location. We have more locations than items, so it's definitely going to be at an incentive. It could be chat suggesting that it could be at the Crescent Lake Sages. That is possible. This might be the longest kind of fetch in the world, where we have to go find Rod, and then finally we do. We go punch ourselves a lich. It wasn't Lefane. We've been to Lefane. 16 hits for 869. The lich fight, quote unquote, happened. Let's light our orb. Let's get out.
Too true, too true.
All right. This is going to be our big trip to Crescent Lake. Here we go. Let's see if Rubes is genius. And we're going to Onrak.
I think Rubes knows it's either here or Crescent Lake. Plus, also doesn't have the loot. No, does have the loot. So, quick check here, and then we'll see Waterfall warp out after getting the item immediately, and then immediately go take out Kraken because they'll automatically know Crescent Lake.
They already have the item from Waterfall because Waterfall was the loot. So this is just this is really, really hoping against hope that Boxiel was locking the chime in C. Rubes, I believe, will be the last to find out the bad news. Nope, Jonathan Yoshi hasn't found it either. But basically, it's going to be TNT fetch into Ribbon, which, bleh, but we'll get a Kraken kill out of it, so that's fine.
Acer side picking up their tail, and with that TNT, you'll agree with you on that one with a Kraken kill. More than likely, I'm trying to think here where Rubes will probably go next. Either turning in the TNT or warping out of that one, getting the TNT, warping out as well. So, I think going to turn in the TNT.
So, Crescent Lake Sages had the adamant. So, quick fetch trip to Dwarf Cave to see if this adamant turns into our chime. I believe it should, because I'm pretty sure we've run out of stuff to do.
Yes, you are right. It's one of those, it takes a minute, play through all the numbers, and it's like, yep.
Chime. Okay, we got there. So Asher is our first runner in go mode at 37 minutes, call it 37 minutes, 25 seconds. That should say something about the speed with which our runners are expected to kind of propel through these flags. Is free airship. What do you want?
I mean, on Asher's side, do we know what type of equipment they have?
Well, we know it's a fighter-based party, so the default answer is not great. We've seen a defense sword with a minus attached to it. We've seen Excal -1. I don't believe we've seen Mazza anywhere, so we might just call it good enough with Excal -1 for lack of better options. It feels bad, but if we find a tile to level on for a bit, we can overcome that. But all the time that we spend leveling to overcome our bad weapon is time that the rest of the runners will have to overtake us.
True. And on Rube's side, locking down some Kraken. Let's see here. 11 hits, over 1,000 damage. Yeah, Kraken's gone.
Behold the power of Black Belt. It go punch, things go boom.
I mean, I've nicknamed him Saitama for a reason. And yep. On Grunty's side, picking up the adamant, going over on that one. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Temple of Fiends shakes out for everybody.
So Asher is on his way after a little bit of... That was an awkward save and reset. Asher is on his way to Sky. Grendy still needs Volcano, but is now in a position to do Sky. Because he just got the Adamant, and he's sure to turn that in next, almost 100%. Jonathan, Yoshi, and Rubes are still on the hunt. No, Rubes is about to pick up his Chime. Rubes is about to enter Go mode in about a minute when he turns in the Adamant. Jonathan Yoshi is still hunting for that cube. If he hasn't been to Marsh Bottom, or if he went to Marsh Bottom without the key, this could be a bad time.
I think they went to Marsh because they do have the canoe on that one, and I'm pretty sure they went there and do have the cube. I'll see in the inventory.
I just saw in the inventory, no cube to be found, so that will require a repeat trip. But once again, the good news is that we've got
an insane grind tile,
an insane grind tile, and B, we've got a very limited number of locations where things can be. So at some point, it's going to click that, hey, I got to go back to Marsh Bottom. There is something there, and it's probably going to be my cube.
Because 2 + 2 = Marsh locked.
Yep. It's math. You just use your fingers if you have to.
It's math on Twitch, which is actually very hard to actually
and we
do.
Did it.
Now that.
Yeah, and we did it. Bask in our glory. 2 + 2 = Marsh.
On group side, we get a Lich fight. So let's see how fast this goes down. 6 hits, change damage, but fast coming out for 14 hits, 621.
While Yoshi jumped the speed bump, Rubes, Black Belt took around 300 damage from a swing from Carry 1. That was definitely the more interesting fight. Carry 1 is a bit of a beast in this seed. We saw high-powered melee, we saw Thunder. That I know a lot of people like to hit Volcano early, but this was not the seed to do that.
Also on Rube's side, picking up their Chime, and we'll also get their free ribbon here too.
Question in chat, did Rubes wipe? Nope. Rubes got through that time. Rubes is on 3 orbs.
Asher will be our first runner into Temple of Fiends, most likely on stream.
But we gotta check. We gotta check this. What's here? What's the prize? It's a white
shirt.
Oh boy. I mean, it's better than nothing because apparently we had nothing.
I mean, having that party, it does give that white mate some defense, and not only that, but combine that with the defense sword. That is some quick stacks of invis on that night.
Shoutouts to Classical Gamer in chat. Occasionally, Lich tries to fight back. Lich 2 tries to fight back. Like, no matter how you slice it, Lich 1 is always going to end up as like a slap fight on the playground.
And on Grundy's side, trying to get through carry, and we have a required Warmech, so...
We sure do. It's robot time. Here we go! We're going to buff up this knight. This knight's going to solve all of our problems for us. We begin with power. We're going to have some Invis 2 going. We're going to make sure that we survive any of these punches that come in. Fast goes off. Temper goes off. Warmech punches. One-shots the White Mage. We're going to have to come up with a non-evasion based plan. It's called offense. We're going to do swing, nuke, lock 2. Nuke goes off for 111. Incoming fire 3. A lot of damage to that Black Wizard. We don't want to be losing another mage right now. Lock 2 goes off. 6 hits for 309 is good, but I'm concerned whether that's enough horsepower to make it through this fight. But we don't have time to wait around. We got to just go for it. Swing, 6 hits for 301. Fade for 97. Temper goes off. Incoming punch explodes the red mage. We are running out of party members. We need a little bit more temper. Swing, 6 hits for 454. Down goes Warmech.
This makes me think. Did you notice whether or not Asher picked up Life 2 yet?
Nope. The class change was very, very recent. I do not believe any Life 2 exists, so we're going to have to kill Tia the old-fashioned way with only a single Bratcaster.
God. You missed it.
Did I say a single Bratcaster? I meant defense stacks. Defense stacks. That's how we're killing Tiamat.
I was going to say, on Rube's side, apparently Warmech had nuclear.
Yikes.
As Rube versus Tia and Asher's Whip Knight or Rube's punches?
That's an easy answer. Rube's punches. Rubes decided to give Tia 1 the respect she so deserved by defensing up, but now we're just gonna swing in 6 hits 246. That is a lot of absorb on this Tia. 5 hits 477, that's better. Asher swing, single hit 28 damage. This is a very dodgy, very dense Tia 1. 5 hits 527. Tia 1 still up. Punch. 10 hits for 763. Ever escalating damage over time finally gets there. We got a black belt at level 45. Rubes is through Tia 1.
5 levels away from level 50. Yeah, my money's now on Rubes.
Rubes is in exactly the position he wants to be in. We've got the super-powered Stronk Boy. We've got all 4 orbs lit. And we've got there in a timely enough manner that while we might not be the very first into Topher, it'll be a race. And essentially the power difference is going to be so enormous. I feel real good about Rubes' chances right now.
Also, Asher, stopping by Corneria, will probably raise the party. Hopefully they do remember that Life 2 is available, as it was red learnable, so it should be night learnable, right?
Yep.
I'll go for Cure 4 too. Yep, walking over.
Jonathan Yoshi having some bad luck with carry 1 takes a wipe, but is going to have to go back in and try it again.
And it looks like Rubes is the first in at 46 minutes. I like Classic Gamers' the answer with that one. Rubes is going to go play some Punch Out.
Yep. Just uppercut every fiend, you'll be good to go. What's our Topher tile? It's nachos. Everyone loves nachos. I'm not hungry, you're hungry.
Yeah, I got some cheesecake. Better than nachos.
Red mage to 40, black belt probably 46. I missed what the number was. But rounding the corner. And Jonathan Yoshi has reached the point where we're trying to figure out what we missed. This is a dangerous spot to be in because we're running... We got to run everything back through our mind. Where have I been? Where have I not been? I've been almost everywhere. Where is the one thing I haven't done?
It's hard to remember, but with good note-taking, Jonathan should be good on that one. And we're at Lich 2, some Duke coming out. Lich is fast. But, 1,200 damage will take him out almost anything.
You gotta watch out when that Lich 2 goes from 1 hit 20 damage to 2 hits 40 damage. That's where it gets you.
I mean, wasn't it Kraken 2 and they were trying to figure out how much 500% Fiends would be? And I think it was, 21 hits?
Yeah, but Kraken 2 is a real enemy. Lich 2 is not. See, as evidenced by Asher trying to feed the birthday boy his birthday cake instead of, taking it as a serious fight. We're just gonna fill him full of cake. He's even gonna try nuclear, and he still can't kill any party members.
I mean, doesn't Lich 2 normally have nuke?
Oh, Vanilla Lich 2 is scary as crap. We've got double nuke, we've got zap, we've got everything we don't want to see out of a fiend. Lich 2 and Rando? I mean, we literally feed him cake. Like, that's our strategy. But Rubes is through all the way down to the first real super boss of Topher. We got us a Kraken 2 fight incoming. Here we go. We're going to treat this with some respect. We're going to white shirt and defense. Stop. Nobody stops. White shirt goes off. Defense goes off. We're going to do one. We're going to go to an offense-based plan. We're going to test hit with the red mage. See what we got going on. That's a miss. That's a bad news. What are we going to do about it? Well, we're going to go to punching, and we're going to try some more evasion strats. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. Punch? Punch misses. That's super double super bad news. White shirt goes off. The black belt's evasion calf. The red mage, almost there. We're going to try some fast. We're going to see if we can super ultra mega punch, and we're going to up the power so that whatever we connect with is going to connect. White shirt goes off. That red mage is ever closer to cap. Slow 2 misses. Power goes off. Incoming punch for 181 through evasion cap. Outgoing punches. 5 hits, 1500 damage. Squidward's still there. How about some more punches? 5 hits, 1500 damage. Boom goes the Kraken 2. We're on our way to the Tier 2 floor.
I mean, 3 damage. Yeah, that's enough for anything.
When I talked about that the power differential between Rubes and Asher was going to be noticeable, that's what I meant. We're never going to see that. We're never going to see that knight do 1500 damage, but we saw Rubes through a super high evasion fiend get to 1500 damage. Let's see what we can do on Tia 2. Incoming punch for 276 is not great. We need more of that evasion. But we're going to try a punching round. Here we go. 4 hits for 520. That's a good start. More white shirt goes off. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. Some punch and some evasion. Punch, 5 hits for 719. Tia 2 is still there. White shirt goes off. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. Next round. Punch, nuke. Incoming punch misses mercifully. Nuke goes off for 151. Big punch. Misses. That's a lot of evasion. 2 fiends in a row. This is the bane of any black belt build. It's something that dodges punches.
And Cure 4!
Something even worse than that is something that Cure 4s. 5 hits for 738, doing okay. Question in chat, did Rubes buy fast? I believe he did. I thought he did. Maybe he did not. Single punch for 284. We're going to white shirt like there's no tomorrow. We're going to at least get the red mage evasion capped. Let's try some nuke. Nuke for 138. Tia 2 still there. Punch. 3 hits for 165. Tia 2 still there. We don't have Cure 4 because that was white locked, and I guess we're just leaning hard on offense, trying to get there. 3 hits for 644. Tia 2 still there. Nuke for 118. Tia 2 still there. Lightning 3. The black belt's not going to be there much longer. Blizzard. Black belt is down to sub 30 health. But 4 hits for 732. Down goes Tia 2. We on to chaos. Oh, Rubes, no. Right, no encounters. It doesn't matter if we move off of that tile because we don't have to care about healing. Right. I remember my flag set. 30 heal pots is going to be basically enough to get that black belt up to cap.
And you'll probably also see a Life 2 cast from Rubes' Red Mage.
Sure, we could use an ablative meat shield. Why not?
I mean, it's a meat shield. It's always good. And yeah, apparently does have fast. No, that was Life 2, wasn't it? Either way, Rubes is going to be on chaos.
Here we go. Rubes is going to fast the black belt. We're going to go defense strats. Incoming poison damage, 100 to the black belt. Fast goes off, defense goes off. Round 2. White shirt defense. Defense goes off. White shirt goes off. That black belt is very nearly evasion capped. One more charge of the white shirt will do it. I don't see what was cast, but I see that black belt at a couple hundred hit points less than it used to be. Lock 2 goes off. Punch. 14 hits for 1341. I have a feeling this is going to be a short fight either way. Punch. 15 hits for 1283. Chaos is still there. The red mage is down. Crack mercifully misses. Punch. 14 hits for 792. Chaos is still there. Punch. 15 hits for 1655.
And done.
5,000 hit points later. Chaos is down. Rubes finishes with an official SRL time of 53 minutes and 11 seconds. GG to him. While our runners were going, we also had off stream Burt Reynolds in first place with 46.32, Caleb in second place with 48.02, Zenobian in third place with 49.29, leaving us with Rubes in fourth place at 53.11.
To answer Bert's question in chat, no, Rubes' Black Mage was not banned the entire seed.
No, that was a choice 10, 15 minutes in, not that many levels in. We've got Asher on the Kraken 2 fight, going with the invis strats. We don't want to be punched no matter what, but this Kraken is very, very spell happy. We've got Grendy in Topher, the mighty ninja with the mighty Katana 5. We're going to see what kind of damage that'll do. As Jonathan Yoshi is committed to this Agama tile, we need to get levels before we do anything else. I suspect that he was bounced out of Volcano a second time.
Nothing for the two-man strats. I mean, that's probably going to be the bane on that one, I'd say. But either way, should be able to get at least some levels from this.
Mm-hmm. So, Grindy approaches the birthday boy. We're going to feed him some birthday cake. He's going to try some nuclear. Can't even kill a mage. Meanwhile, in the much more interesting fight, Asher, slow 2, is absorbed by the red wizard. Melee hits going off, 7 hits 460-ish. Nukes going off for sub 200. That white mage is going to be good for repairing some of this battle damage. Get that shield back up to full strength. Fire 3 is going to do quite a lot of work against this party without a supply of all the ribbons. But nuke for 112, down goes Kraken 2. Asher is on to Tia 2.
So this one's going to be interesting.
Grendy on to carry 2. Asher, given the crowd what they want, a look at the incentive chest, the mightiest sword from 2,000 years in the past, the Rapier 2.
That
Asher, you got Asher. Asher, equip it. Asher, you forgot to. Asher, you didn't equip. You didn't equip it. Oh, okay. Here we go. No, we Asher, you have to equip the weapon. That's a rule. That's like you found it 2,000 years in the past. It's the best weapon in all of history. The mighty Rapier 2. You gotta equip it. Even more, you gotta use it.
I mean, if it was a Caleb seed, I could see technically checking it because of all the little Easter eggs here and there that he has a habit of throwing in.
Sword from 2,000 years in the past. The Rapier 2. Welcome, Jonathan Yoshi, to chat. Asher, Asher, equip it. Asher, you forgot to. Asher, you didn't equip. You didn't equip it. So Grendy's gonna try one more time to feed the birthday boy his cake. Gets it done. Grendy is on to carry 2 as Asher is going to continue tangoing with Tia 2. White shirt for evasion. Temper for power. Nuke for damage. Nuke goes out for 246. Incoming lightning 2 does lightning 2 things. Let's see what this knight does.
Probably hard hitting.
Incoming punch from Tia 2 misses. Cure 4 goes off on the red mage shield up at the top. Nuke goes out for 118. Swing. 4 hits for 637. I believe Asher is using the X-Cal -1. Nuke for some additional damage on top.
So that was the best sword we could find. Also on Grundy's side, on to their Kraken fight.
6 hits for 803. Asher is going to make some decently quick work out of this Tia 2, but I want to see how much damage output we get out of Grendy with that Katana 5. We might see the two of them meet on Chaos.
Let's see, starting with some fast, starting with some defense, so at least for the first round, Well, that black mage is gone. However, getting the job done with just equipping the, oh god, now that white mage is gone.
We don't need a party, we have the ninja. We still have the ninja. Gonna make sure that ninja's evade cap. We're gonna power ups to make sure that we do this in one shot. Swing goes out. 3 hits for 682. Lots of power out of those 3 hits, but we need more than that. Did that slow connect?
Yes, it did.
Mm.
Oh god, and his
No.
ninja's out of wait.
No, Grindy, you got fast charges. Grindy, fast yourself. Grindy, you can do it.
I mean, it's one of those things you do forget, and that was a bane.
That was a bane. We dodged it.
There you go. Grindy realizes that having fast.
Ready, go. Ready, swing. There we go. Grindy is through the Kraken 2 fight as Chaos unleashes poison damage on Asher's party, takes down the red mage. Asher's still in the early buffing phase, but is about to... Nope, we're still in the buffing phase. We want to be ready for this Chaos. We've tempered the white mage. The white mage is punched for being tempered. White shirt goes off. We need a few more stacks to get evasion capped. We're going to try swinging with the knight, see how far we get. The black mage is out of tempers. Incoming punch misses. Outgoing nuke for 330. White shirt goes off. If we're not evasion capped now, we will be next turn. Swing, 6 hits for 318. What we understand is that Chaos's health is somewhere between, I don't know, like 3,500 and 5,000. Lock 2.
We saw basically, what, 3 major hits for around 15k, so yeah, pretty much.
Nuke goes out for 290. The ninja still on its feet, level 35 and headed for Chaos. More power going off.
It's going to come down to the Katana 5 versus Excal -1.
Cure 4 going off. A lot of defensive magic going off in this Chaos fight. Defensive magic that Grindy does not have access to. 7 hits for 1,062. That seems real good. 7 hits for 857. Chaos still on his feet. The mages are down to weight strats. 7 hits for 790. Down goes Chaos. Asher finishes in 5th place with official SRL time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 13 seconds. GG to him. Let's see what Grindy does. Grindy, incoming poison damage. Incoming nuclear. We're running real low on hit points and it doesn't feel good, but we got evasion capped and we're now building the power. We need to avoid anything bad that could be coming our way. We're going to fast up. Punches still miss. Big swing time. What do we got? We got 7 hits for 404. That was a lot of swings, and that was a lot of incoming swings. Down goes Grindy's ninja.
Made a good run out of it with just that ninja.
As Grindy redives Topher, we're going to see if we can get Asher in here for a post-race interview. Looks like he's on his way. If the white mage specifically didn't go down to a super hug out of Kraken 2, I feel like Grindy probably had that run.
Oh, most definitely. And Kraken 2 is nothing to shake a stick at. Though, Grindy did try to shake at least a stick at Chaos. It just didn't work.
And we're joined in the booth by Asher. GG, man.
Thank you for the GGs. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yep, we sure can.
I am very sorry to disappoint everyone by not equipping the Rapier 2. I forsook the legendary sword.
We may or may not have made some cracks about it. I wouldn't worry. It probably didn't even come through on the restream.
Oh, it did, but the sword's probably got some cracks in it as well. I mean, it's been sitting there for about 2,000 years.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I figure I'm screwing up everything else. I might as well check and see what's in the box.
Mm-hmm. So, talk to me about party. We had very different party makeups. You were the only person to take a fighter on stream.
Yeah, that was more just as soon as the race started, I thought to myself, you know what? It's only tiles. This smells like a black belt seed because if I just find a grind, I can go do that. But I thought, you know what? I have the fighter. Level 1 white magic is good. I just got to find a sword. So I had to pop open boxes, and between popping open boxes and checking where deals last, and not really. I think the flag surprised me in a few places, specifically not seeing the early Sarda, early Circle of Sages. So that kind of tripped me up a little bit. But otherwise, it was a lot of fun. I mean, there were some nice unforced errors like resetting out a ribbon and then wondering, hey, where's my ribbon?
I believe there was also a reset out of class change that I spied.
Oh yeah, that was the same one because I was equipping all of my good stuff and was like, I had 2 ribbons. Because I thought to myself, did I just toss a ribbon? I wouldn't have done that, but I've done enough stupid stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've all tossed a ribbon. I've sold a ribbon before, so it happens.
So, it's free airship day. You can go literally anywhere your heart desires. Talk to me about your early routing.
Well, it all comes down to the level 1 magic, and because there was Quad X and a sweeper, that put Garland on the table. Typically, if there's nothing good to take out Garland early, I'll skip and do Pirates first because Pirates is better experience. But I just wanted that information from those key items, and it turned out that I had Quad X and got Crown, which is amazing because Astos is right there until Astos rolled with over 300 HP, which was also fun. But still, my early decision making there is going to be do the inner sea real quick. I have this little lap that I like to do that I kind of copied Leggy Starscream's strategy back from the Chaos Rush tournament, where you typically will go west, kind of do a loop around the inner continent, and I kind of went away from that, which is a good thing because Sarda would have been a nasty, oh, I should have looked at the flags closer surprise. But typically for airship, it's all about just deciding where to go and going with it. And I just thought to myself, okay, I'm going to do the intercontinent route. I mean, Astos gave Crystal, which was perfect. Crystal didn't lead to anything very exciting, but at least it's more turn-ins, more information. The big thing that it didn't do is like, well, I'm not going to check ordeals. I'm going to try to put off ordeals. And that bit me. Not as bad as getting zapped by Carrie too, but it's still one of those, you got to make a decision and go somewhere at some point, and I just didn't go the right way.
I mean, as the positive, it also got you a lot of EXP early on.
Oh yeah, I mean, I went to the waterfall. That was nice. Going to marsh, I had a perfectly good tile. There was maybe the weakest waters I've ever seen for the water Naga tile that was on the marsh locked.
Yeah, we saw one of our runners find it very, very early, but no one really stuck around for that long on it. I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't was because I had so many other places I wanted to check. Because if I had warp earlier, I probably would have, but I hadn't checked level 5 magic yet.
So Grindy with the solo ninja strats back to Chaos. We're going to give this fight the attention it deserves. He's doing one last check to make sure all the gear is in place. Let's begin. Early punch from Chaos for 350 damage. Defense goes off too little too late. We're going to try drink stats. Chug for great justice, but get punched into oblivion. Down goes Grindy. Grindy's going to get back on the horse and try it again. Turn order. It'll get you every time. So, with everything that you picked up out of this run of the free airship week flags for the upcoming league, what would you change about your strategy going through this?
For the free airship, I probably wouldn't take a knight.
Hmm.
I'd probably go with the black belt just because there's not always a lot of like great black belt grinds out there. Or if you spend too much time digging for the right tile, it can be a problem. But with no other encounters, you're going to have to check tiles anyway.
Hmm.
And the nice thing about a black belt with this scaling, 250%, you can maybe get away with 32 if you do a party grind, but 42 shouldn't be too difficult because the experience scaling is really high. So whenever you grind, you're not going to have to grind for that long. That's why I had no problems doing the party grind on the Agamas, and I was fortunate enough to have everybody die between Warmech and Tiamat. So that made using Xcal, as underwhelming as it was, and I opened way too many boxes to find it, that made it pretty good. But I think my number one thing was I'd probably take a black belt. And the other thing, I mean, really it just comes down to routing from there. Because there's no loose items, once you have everything you need, you can just slam the gas.
Hmm. Grendy back on the carry 2 fight. Having a little bit of problems because the ninja went down to melee. The black wizard has gone down to melee. And the white wizard has gone down to melee. Grendy is not gonna quit. We're gonna get right back on that horse and try again. For reference, Grendy's party is ninja, white wizard, black wizard. As much problems as you had with knight, I feel like the survivability issues of the ninja are almost worse. Because even with the perfect weapon, we're having a lot of problems kinda getting through the later, bigger brick wall fiends.
Yeah, I can imagine these fiends rolled pretty hard hits. You have Kraken 2 with some pretty high evade as well.
But
so bold strategy taking.
Yeah, dang if he isn't trying.
No, I mean it's something you can do. It's just something that whenever you decide to go with the ninja strat, you want to have your health up. I'm sure he does because there's experience all over the place here. But sometimes you've just got to get that one run that gets you through.
Yep. The Mighty Lich 2 melee, striking the Black Wizard for like 60 damage. But it's birthday cake day. Perhaps the good luck of the birthday cake will see Grendy through the rest of this Topher dive.
Lich did not want my cake.
No. I saw people trying to feed him. He was very resistant to it today. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's not his birthday. Back to the scene of the first big challenge. Huge hit from Carry 2 out of the gate, bringing the ninja down to 41 health. Invis 2 goes off, defense went off. We're halfway to cap, but basically anything could shut this ninja down. Let's see what happens. Temper goes off first. Cure 4 goes off. Incoming Zap, already lost the White Wizard. Defense goes off. If it hasn't been one thing, it's another. Zap has just had that poor White Wizard's number throughout this whole series of Topher dives.
Yeah, Zap is not very friendly.
Question in chat, who does he have the ribbon on? I believe the ribbon is on the ninja, but I'm not 100% on that. Let's see how we do with the Kraken 2. A little last bit of healing. We're going to do some party jiggling. Let's begin. We're gonna still rely on defensive strats. Fast goes off, boom goes the Black Wizard. Defense goes off. The Black Wizard did its job. Stop. Nobody stops. 3 defense lifts. We're at evade cap. Time for power. Lightning 2 is going to continue to do Lightning 2 things. We're not really concerned with it. Neither are we concerned with Ice 2. The ribbon is going to do a lot of help for us. Slow 2, I do not see if that hit or not, but we're casting fast. So either it did and this is recovery, or it didn't and this is advantage. Swing. 2 hits for 308. I think we're going to go with the first out of those two options. Swing. 1 hit for 324. Incoming punch misses. Bane ineffective. Swing. 2 hits for 404. We're making slow but steady progress. 2 hits for 382. Connected. 1 more swing. 2 hits for 516. Down goes Kraken 2. We're on to Tia 2. Defense number 1 goes off. Merciful cast. Merciful Blizzard. Defense 2 goes off. Defense 3 goes off. We're at evasion cap. More garbage spells out of Tia. We've already let that Cure 4 go past. Whatever we do now, it's got to be damage. Ice 2 doesn't do much, but we need more power. More power. And some fast to get through all this evasion. Incoming punch misses. Fast goes off. Swing. 6 hits for 1042. That's a heck of a start. Swing number next, 6 hits for 1042. I smell some kind of loop. Swing number 3, 2 hits for 662. Not a loop, but does result in a dead Tia 2. Level 35, onward to Chaos. We're going to descend the right side this time, hoping that the luck of descending the right side will offset the bad luck of the left side.
Agreed.
Incoming punch before the first defense goes off. It's, hey, second defense goes off. Poison damage does things. Third defense goes off. Time for power? Time for the heal staff. I believe since we're out of healing potions, this is our only reliable means of healing available to us. How much are we healing for? Around 20-ish. Merciful roll on the nuclear, but it's in the skill list, which means we don't have that long to mess around. It's gonna come back sooner rather than later. Ink.
There's ink, so it's a great turn.
Ink does ink things. Punches miss. More power. And some fast. The fast tells me that we're about ready to start swinging.
And swing coming out for 4 hits, 565. Cast misses. Cast misses again. Swing for 8 hits, 944 damage. Crack coming out ineffective. Swinging 8 hits over 1200 damage, so there's some more damage on that one. And terminated. GG to Grendy.
GG to Grendy for finishing that ridiculous Topher with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 59 seconds. GG to him. See if we can get him in here for an interview.
Most definitely.
So while we wait for Grendy, big congratulatory shoutouts for the 4 runners we had on stream tonight. 4 very different paths through, and 4 people encountering different obstacles here and there. Why don't we go ahead and give all of these runners a follow? They deserve it. So Asher, have you joined a team yet for the Fall League?
Oh man, I'm one of those terrible fence sitters. I have been thinking about it to a point. I have some people in mind where I kind of want to, but one of the things I ran into in the spring tournament, and honestly the Dragon Warrior Winter League as well, is that it is a pain in the butt for me to schedule stuff right now. So I don't want to necessarily try to start and then have to bail. But it's definitely something where if I can't run, I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to help out behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, I'd love to too. It's just logistics.
Mm-hmm. I get that. All right, we're
the schedule, or at least the proposed schedule, out as far as nights for races. But don't have the.
So let's talk about the schedule real quick. We're going to be starting close to the last week of September. and we're going to be having races Tuesday nights at 10 p.m., Thursday nights at, I believe, 9 p.m., Saturdays at 1 p.m., and then Sundays at 8 p.m. And we are joined in the booth by Grendy. How's it going, man? Heck of a Topher run.
It's going. Yeah, that Topher did not like me at all.
So, talk to me about ninja strats.
I decided to try something new.
You did have a Katana 5, so that's always useful.
Yeah,
I mean,
250% clamped is a great time to try something new.
I mean, the 250 didn't scare me too much. I considered just doing the fighter black mage like usual with it, but I decided not to. Like, I clicked fighter, and I was going to put my name in, and I was like, nah, we're gonna try it with a ninja lead this time.
I mean, honestly, it's something like, it's a setting like this where you're racing against a bunch of other people. That's the time to pull out the weird alternate strats, because then you can kind of accurately gauge how well it works versus everyone else. I like it.
I thought it went well. Topher just kind of pooped all over me, so...
Yeah. Talk to me about your early game routing. What really drove your routing decisions in the early game?
I don't know how to play with a free ship. Or a free airship. And then no encounters threw me off too. And then I found that tile at the end of ordeals. And I was like, yeah, we're going to just blow all my charges here. Because I don't know what's going on with the trap tiles. Like, the first 2 tiles I checked were terrible, so I thought they were going to be vanilla tiles, and I got really scared.
Well, your levels kept pretty close pace, at least with Asher. So I'd say you did pretty alright.
Yeah, it turned out okay in the end. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just kind of went with it.
That's pointing out about SRL points really not meaning anything at a randomizer, but it's still always fun.
Yeah, the most important point is having fun.
Do I get points for last place?
Sure.
Sure,
Yeah.
Okay, then we're good.
If the league gets Mario Kart style, so everybody gets points.
Correct. It will be Mario Kart style, and there is a theoretical bottom if we hit 15 teams, but I'm not sure we're going to hit 15 teams. So yeah, last place will get you points. So I think we're going to hand SG back their channel. I think we're going to wrap this up, and I think we're going to move on to final thoughts. Let's start with Grendy. Final thoughts?
It was a fun party. I just didn't like the Topher. Lich should have eaten cake. I used like 8 of him on him the first time.
Don't worry. No one he really didn't want cake today. Asher, final thoughts?
Well, other than also throwing away any of my future culinary endeavors for failure to at least make good quality cake, it was fun. It's been a while since I've raced. I have been running some stuff just in the background, and Burt Reynolds, who smashed this seed, was not one of the featured runners today, but me and him have been doing the weekly asyncs on the Discord, so feel free to check those out. Lots of friendly folk on the Discord. This is a great time to join because the league is I think it's going to be very exciting. It's been a while since Final Fantasy Randomizer has done something with this structure that's open to the whole community, so I'm really looking forward to see how it shakes out. So thanks for having me, Speed Gaming, Fizzle, Magius. It's always good to see you all. So yeah, good game, everybody.
Good to see you.
All right, my co-coms, Magius, final thoughts.
Until we need the orbs lit again, plus we also have the Speed Gaming Live FF1R tournament coming up as well. So chat, you got 2 amazing things to look forward to.
All right, so I'd like to give a huge shout out for Speed Gaming hosting us tonight. Big shout out to the unspoken heroes of our run, our 2 trackers, Funge/, Bloodrune, and Jay Scheidel. Super duper work behind the scenes, and especially answering questions in chat and everything. I'd like to thank Magius for climbing into the booth with me. For everyone For everyone at the FFR community, my name is Left Front Bumper, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.